Hello, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. We just finished up doing the Tuchanka mission, and now we're going to spend some time talking to the crew and getting their reactions to what happened. But first, Hackett wants to talk to us, or he's available to talk to, so let's talk to him.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans.
How about the Solarians?
They've committed a fleet. I still don't know how you manage that, given their views on the genophage cure.
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya T'Lok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with. The Blood Pack will be useful. And violent. Mostly Vorcha, I hear. We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Darner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation, but whatever you did, it was worth it.
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Erdnot Reeve has deployed troops and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Solarians are still hanging on to Surkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
Just the ones who can threaten them. Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogans sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Irun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territories soon.
What happened to the Batarians?
Never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
Have we heard anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
I'm going to ask this, then I'm going to go do something and come back and ask again.
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
He didn't like our galactic readiness. Well, I can do something about that. What do we got new? What's new? What's new? What's new? What do we got here? Krogan power grids are increasing morale. Hooray. Reeve is worth 25. Krogan clans are worth 300. Erdnot's worth 300. You get another 75 if Rex is alive from mercenaries, and I think Rex might be worth more than Reeve, but I'm not quite sure. And the Solarians gave us a fleet. And now the Turians are paid up. Banner of the 1st Regiment. So we're at 1,500 there. And now we're at 4,700. Let's see what he has to say.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
We're doing well, Commander. We're hitting the enemy hard, inflicting damage, and disappearing before they have a chance to do the same to us. I'm pleased to say our order of battle was the correct strategy. Now let's just stick to it.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Well, now Hackett's all happy.
vids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad the diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
Let's find out about this conversation with Garrus. This is going to be an interesting conversation.
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
How you gotta respect the classics?
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me. The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morden.
Had to be done.
He'll have a hell of a tombstone. Cured the genophage, with a little asterisk, and then at the bottom it'll say, which he also created.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I'd think it would be an honor.
To be honest, I did it so the Krogan would help your people.
And believe me, it won't be forgotten.
I'm sure it won't.
You okay? You don't need to worry. Our fleets will be there for Earth. I'll make sure of it.
I know you will.
I just hope Reeve remembers his history. I don't want to be back on Tuchanka someday ending another war.
We'll just have to see what happens.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have looked for a way out.
That would have been tough to live with. Tricking an entire species like that.
I'm not saying you wouldn't need ice in your veins, but I doubt Morden would have gone along with it.
No. He wouldn't.
Look at that look Garrus gives you. Garrus knows something's up. He knows how to read human body language.
Commander, Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria. The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see her in action.
What do we got? Pharaohs have mounted a defense against Reaper forces. Elizabeth Bainham is their spokesman. This is from Shiala. And this is from the general we met when we were on Mini. This is from Reeve. retribution will be. Never mind. Eve is calling. She doesn't like this talk. Says she won't allow it. We'll see. At least she's good for something. She's in the valley getting the clans to support us. I say the more Krogan who accept Urdnot law, the better. And this is from the Dalatras. Scientists will supply you with fabricated evidence to prove the cure was flawed from the beginning and had no chance of success. Okay, let's head on down to here. See what these guys have to say. And there's Morden's name. What's really bizarre is if Eva died, if we destroyed the cure data and Reeve was in charge, you can use a persuade check to get Morden to go work on the Crucible instead of curing it and instead of killing him. And they don't put his name up here on the wall. You have to go, wait a minute. And somebody going to twig to the fact that Morden's name is not on the wall here and realize what happened.
I'm glad to see we have Garrus back. I wanted to help with his scars, but I think he actually likes them.
I think he does.
What are you up to now?
I'm uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Well, keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Any sign of life?
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away. Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known.
I'm gonna save here. Sometimes Javik's dialogue steps on itself. You get 2 lines at the same time.
Commander?
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
And Adrel. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And the Krogan we met, who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Javik, your scientists didn't know shit about evolution. It has nothing to do with strong or weak. It's not like gazelles survive lion attacks by being strong. They survive by being fast. It's not like porcupines survive by being strong. They survive by having quills. I mean, your scientists didn't know jack about evolution. BioWare doesn't know jack about evolution.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion, or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos. The natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life.
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it would take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this and we'll both be set free.
Save again. Okay, don't mess up here, Javik.
Thank you, Commander. I have seen the death of a Reaper. It has been a long time.
Let's hope it's the first of many.
Yes, a difficult fight remains. In your position, I would have offered the Solarian leader a deal.
Oh?
You only had to make the Krogan believe you cured their disease. They are too stupid to know the difference. The Solarians would have been grateful and rewarded you. Both would have served you at the same time. Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers.
First time I ever played this, I started with Mass Effect 3, so you start with Reeve, and you have Eve dies. But I cured it. In fact, I told Reeve, because I figured the Krogan would figure out really fast that something went wrong when they just didn't start having a whole bunch of babies. So I figured, and that would screw us over as far as allies. So this idea that they're not going to figure out really fast just because Reeve's in charge that something went wrong just kind of strikes me as a little bit silly. I mean, how long is it going to take to figure out that they really weren't cured?
I am detecting an air of deception about you, Commander. The mind may lie, but the body cannot. If you have done as I suspect, your commitment to victory is beyond reproach.
Well, Javik likes what Shepard did.
If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them where they stand. In the meantime, They are useful cannon fodder against the Reapers. Do not care what others think. Do what you must. Do not care what others think.
Okay.
Do what you must.
Alright.
Gabby, what do you think about our new yeoman, Miss Trainer?
She's not a yeoman, she's a communication specialist. And you're barking up the wrong tree, Kenan. You're not her type.
Oh. Well, perhaps you should go and talk to her then.
Maybe I should. Nobody's barking up my tree.
If it works out, be sure to take video.
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned? About a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment? Daniels, Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when IES sinks are in a back cycle. At the same moment, the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
I'll look for one the next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Genophage cure, huh? This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Beckenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid. Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
We all know our history, but this isn't 1400 years ago.
But if the genophage is gone, what makes these Krogan different from the ones that rebelled?
The Krogan have no warships. If the Reapers focus on them, they could be wiped out. Combining their infantry with the Turian fleet is a huge asset, and both parties know it.
Are you concerned about possible Krogan retribution on Palaven or Surkesh?
The Krogan know their mission. They'll have their hands full fighting the Reapers.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval.
Steve have anything to say? I wonder.
Ma'am?
Nope. Find out if James has anything to say. Oh, I know he's got at least one thing to say.
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not going to start growing scales or anything, right? Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers.
No, I'm afraid we're going to probably spend the rest of the game fighting Cerberus.
I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tuchanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong, it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it. Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
The Krogan didn't kill it. Shepard didn't kill it. It was the Thresher Maw that killed it. I don't know how the Krogan gets so cocky. Thinking, oh yeah, we killed one Reaper. No, you didn't kill any Reapers. It was the Thresher Maw. Okay, nothing. And you don't want to buy this, because you can pick it up on the very next mission. And I don't like that gun anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit... the 10% markup for buying here is too much for me. Anything here? Nope. Ooh, I do want that. And I want that. I don't think I want these things. I don't think so. Let's get that. And that. And I could buy this now, but I'll put that off for a little bit. Let's see about our armor. Let's see, we got some new shoulder stuff. Good, some more shields. Okay, we'll go that way. Looks good. And I think check out my weapons. The ones I like to use. Okay, that's a 5. I'm not going to use it on the next mission. And that's a 5. And what is new here? That's new, and that's new. And this is, let's see. That's a 4, and that's a 2. You have to do the Citadel DLC to upgrade your power amplifier. What's new here? Scimitar, Grail, Eviscerator, Claymore. If I had Rex around for the Citadel DLC, I'd give him a Claymore and an Omni Blade. Let him go to town. And that's a 5. And what do we got new here? Raptor. Is that a 5? Yes, it is. For my next mission, I'm going to use that thing. Alright, so everything looks upgraded. And there's dog. Fell asleep because it couldn't get by us because it's stupid. Alright. Well, we've been asked to head back to the Citadel to talk to the Solarian Counselor. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the Citadel and talk to the Solarian Counselor. But I think we'll do that in the next episode. So until then, take it easy.